Good day all of you. Welcome to our session. Welcome to our channel Intelligible Tutorials. In this today's session, we are going to discuss about the signals in the Linux operating system. What are the signals? Types of the signals are there in the Linux operating system. How we can handle the signals in the Linux operating system. In the today's class, we are going to see. Before going to that, I would like to introduce what is the meaning of a signal now. Okay. An ongoing application receives an event or interrupt that is signal. Okay, whenever an application is going, an event occurs to stop the application or to interrupt that particular application, that is called a signal. Okay, so whenever a program is called a robust program, it can perfectly handle all the requests. Then only we can say the program is a robust program. So a robust program, without any interruption, it can run. Okay, robust program is nothing but no interruption. So to say no interruption, it has to handle such kind of the interrupts. Then only we can say such a program is called as the robust program. Okay, and these events, these signals, these interruptions can be done by two ways. Number one, software interruptions. Number two, hardware interruptions. Software interruptions are interrupts whenever a particular thing that will occurs in the software, it generates an event and send to the particular program for interruption. Then that is called as software interrupt or signal. Okay, so whenever the program is ongoing or the program is running, the hardware sends an interruption, that is called as hardware interrupt or hardware signal. These things can be perfectly handled, then only that particular program is called as the robust program. Okay, and now we are going to see what are the various things are there in the signals. So there are two different types of the generations: software signals in type of generation, hardware signal generation, or software signal generation, that already we have seen. And now we see another kind of the variation, that is nothing but maskable signals, maskable and non-maskable. Maskable means the interrupt can be handled and ignored. Here non-maskable, it can't be ignored or handled. Such a kind of the things are called maskable and as well as non-maskable signals. Okay, so like this we are having various kinds of the signals. We see some more things regarding these maskable signals. Most of the signals are maskable or ignored. Okay, so all the signals that can maskable, most interrupts like SIG alarm, etc. are maskable. SIG alarm, and this is one example. But what is non-maskable? Non-maskable, the best example is nothing but divide by zero. This can be in the Java programming also. This is one kind of the exception. This should be handled. That means it should be non-maskable. It has to be handled. Okay. The next one is SIG kill. SIG underscore kill. Killing the signal. And the next one is SIG stop. SIG stop. Stopping the signal. These two can be handled. These two cannot be maskable. Hence this comes under the non-maskable. Maskable signals means they can be handled, okay, they can be ignored, the program will continue the execution. whereas non-maskable means we have to handle it without interrupting the program. So that's why these are called as the non-maskable events, okay, or non-ignored events. Sorry, non-ignored events or non-ignored signals. These things had to be handled perfectly by writing some kind of the code, by writing some kind of the exceptions. See, in the Java for non-maskable, I am saying in Java we have exceptions, exception handling. Exception handling also one example of this interrupt handling to handle such a kind of the things. Whereas in the operating systems, this operating system calls some functions, okay, calls functions, some kind of the functions. These functions can handle perfectly the interrupts, whatever they are generated, whatever they cause or they lead to the abnormal termination of the programs. Non-maskable signals lead to the abnormal termination of the program. So in order to stop that abnormal termination, we have in operating system, it can have some kind of the functions. These functions perfectly handle these non-maskable signals. Whereas maskable can be ignored. After the completion of the program also we can handle them. Whereas while running the program, these non-maskable programs can cause the interruption or abnormal termination. To stop such a kind of the abnormal termination or interruption, we have to handle it with the help of some kind of the functions. These functions can handle the non-maskable functions, sorry, non-maskable events or non-maskable signals. Like that, we are having various kinds of the signals in Linux operating system. We see, for example, some of the signals I will list out, just see. Some examples. Number one, sig underscore alarm, sig alarm, sig underscore abort, it is used to terminate, sig underscore up for hang up, sig underscore kill for killing the ongoing process, and sig underscore stop to stop the process. Like that, we are having multiple number of the signals in our Linux operating system. So these are the various types of the signals in the Linux operating system, which leads to some of the signals can be ignored, maskable, and some of the signals are not ignored. They should be handled with the help of the perfect code without abnormal termination of the program. So these are the list of the signals. Not only this, there are so many number of the signals are there, so that we can see those signals. But these are some of the important signals we need to remember. Like that, the signals can be used in the Linux operating system. So for more information of the Linux operating system, watch more videos in Intelligible Tutorials channel. So please watch all the videos in the Intelligible Tutorials channel and subscribe. Thank you.